Hey guys, welcome back to the channel today. So today's video is going to be the 5 reasons why I love my 2007 Chrysler 300C SRT8. So I want to get this backstory out of the way here. I bought this car about 1 year and 3 months ago. It was a fair price and fair mileage. It had about 72,000 miles on it. Last year I drove it about 4,000 miles. This year I'm going to drive it a little bit less. So this has been my most dreamt about vehicle ever since I was a child. Some sort of iteration of the 300 SRT8. So with that being said, it's nice growing up and being fiscally responsible, well, if I can say that. And now you're able to, when you get older, you can afford the cars that were cool and popular when you were a child. And for me, when I was 10 years old, this car was a badass vehicle. And about 1 year and 3 months ago, I was able to find one with about 72,000 miles on it in just phenomenal condition. The rear seats weren't even sat in. The passenger seat was barely sat in. This thing was basically used its whole life as a cruiser, which is sweet and good for me. And of course, I take care of my vehicle, so I didn't mind the mileage on there. And one in black like this with the black grille, as you'll see in the thumbnail, as you saw in the thumbnail, is essentially why I bought this vehicle. It's my dream car. So let's start that off with the 5 things I love about this vehicle. So number 1 is the exterior styling of this. The 300 has always, ever since it was redesigned, always had a special place in my heart because of the exterior style. So whether you get the 5.7 liter in today's 300s or the new C392 or the 2012 to 14 SRT8 or the old 5 to 10 SRT8, these cars are the most badass looking luxury sleeper sedan that you can buy on the market. The most luxury American sleeper sedan you can buy on the market with rear wheel drive. Hands down. And even for 07, I'm sure this was a luxury vehicle, although there's a lot of hard points on there. But this is definitely the biggest brawler at the nightclub, and it could punch its own weight and well above its own weight. The exterior look from the rear to the front, the design has changed a little bit, but now even this being an older one, it still looks menacing and it has a grimace to its face that if you see it in the rear view mirror, you're going to want to get out of the way, essentially, because this is such a menacing and powerful and strong vehicle. I just love that about it. The exterior, hands down, won me over when this came out. And a lot of people say, yeah, it's a poor man's Bentley or whatever, but I don't know. I guess I don't agree with that. I really don't. And number 2, as we're coming up to the corner here, that's number 2. So, stock out of the factory, this came with 425 horsepower, 420 torque. So this was one of the most powerful sedans you could buy in 2007, minus the some of the Mercedes S63 products, or even the BMW, I think, and the Cadillac STSV. This was right up there. So now as we try it again. Oh, that is phenomenal. It was one of the most powerful sedans for its time, and even in today's world, a 4.5 0 to 60 along with rear wheel drive, that's even tough to find in today's vehicles unless you go Stellantis. So again, that's reason number 2. It's hands down, and I love this setup. I have a BBK aluminum cold air intake, and I also have a Diablo Sport Trinity tuner, I believe. So I'm thinking that this is pushing about 420 or 475-ish horsepower. Definitely more than stock, and it definitely is noticeable. It's truly an amazing experience with this Hemi. 6.1 Hemis, 6.4s are awesome Hemis. Don't get me wrong. I would love to own a 6.4 someday, but the 6.1 Hemi just combines awesome intake with awesome performance, and honestly, in my opinion, reliability for sure. Moving on, step 3. The noise out of this beast is infatuating, and granted, I have the stock SRT exhaust in the rear, but I have a BBK cold air intake that allows this vehicle, unlike my Challenger, to produce an intake noise that is just astronomically loud. It's loud. It sounds like an engine breathing fire, essentially. It sounds like a dragon breathing fire. It's anytime you go over 3,000 to 3,500 RPMs, especially in second or third gear, this vehicle breathes fire. And you wouldn't expect it out of a 300. That's the thing. You wouldn't expect it out of a 300. It just rips. It breathes. It lives in fire. It came out of the depths of hell with a menace to it to beat every other car on the road. And that's what it was sent out to do from the factory. And with a few tasteful mods on it, it's even that much more powerful. The nice thing about these vehicles, before the second iteration of the SRT products in 2011 and 12 with the Challenger 300 Charger Viper, these were the first generation out of the box, just raw. These were raw. These were more unrefined. They were raw material SRT products, and god dang it, does it breathe America, man. I love it. Here we go again. Try to get some of that intake off of second gear here. Unreal, am I right? Okay, that was reason number 3. Reason number 4, we're switching it back into the interior here. The comfort of the 300, I've sat in new 300s, old 300s. You cannot beat the comfort, whether you get an SRT8 like this, or you get a normal 300 Limited or a Platinum. I've sat in them all. The seats are comfortable, the ride is comfortable, the interior is ergonomically correct. Even on these older ones, the touch points allow you to rest your elbows and arms down just fine. You sit in these seats like you're sitting in a sofa. They're so comfortable. The lumbar is great. You get heated seats, everything like that. It's just a real good cruiser, and even for a skinny dude like me, these bolstered, they hold me in, but of course this is meant for a larger individual, definitely not a 150-pound person like myself. If you're 250, you're gonna sit in this just fine. They're meant for tall, huge people. I'm 5'8", I'm literally swimming in this vehicle. They're definitely meant for larger people, which is great. And reason number 5, and I can't say it was my dream car, but reason number 5. Oh, I'm trying to bundle in all the reasons why I love this vehicle, but I guess reason number 5 would be the ambiance of driving this vehicle, the intangible, the fact that I worked my ass off, and I've had a lot of cool cars before this and now after this, but I worked my ass off to get my dream car. This is my dream car, and I know it was an $18,000 vehicle. Like, yeah, my dream car is probably more like $200,000. Nope, this is what I worked hard in my teens, and now as a small business owner, and this is what I put all my time to work into and to show for it, and I'm very proud that I was able to do that, and for that's the 5th reason why I love this vehicle. You know, people always look at it, especially when you shift down a gear. And you floor it. It's just a monstrous engine. It's so fun to drive. And now I have something I can tangibly sit in, tangibly drive, and feel and touch and live with and look at in my garage in the winter time and say, hey, I just worked. What did I work today? I worked an 11-hour day today. Hey, this car's paid off. I own it now. It's great. So reason number 5 why I love it. Some stuff I left out. The steering on this vehicle is really good. The suspension on it is comfortable, yet it is sporty. There's some body roll, but not a ton. Not what you would expect, I should say, out of a huge, heavy sports, well, I should say muscle car like this. And yeah, just some basic stuff like that. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for the 5 reasons why I love my 2007 Chrysler 300C SRT8. These cars hold a special spot in my heart. They may, if you're watching this video, they may for you. If you have the chance to find one of these in clean condition with under 100,000 miles, which is so tough to do now, I'm always on a lookout for one of these with lower mileage. Snag it up. Snag it up. Buy it if you can. It's a fun car. No, you're not going to take this to the track. That's for sure. But are you going to be able to drive this on the weekend and have a little bit of fun in it? Do some burnouts, whip some donuts, even have fun on the twisties? Yeah, you are. You're going to be able to enjoy that for the average driver. So, all right, guys, with that, we will see you in the next video. Like and subscribe. Thank you. And a little exterior here. Front grille, huge radiator. Very tasteful grill there. Oh, just a sweet looking ride. Good looking rig, inside and out. Just a real beauty.